With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A tackle for loss there, 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 16 yards, a first down.
Complete to Kenny Stills. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Ravens.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
All day, every day, any day.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Here we go. Go to bench. Anyway. Here we go. 32.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You're set. Mike 51. Coming to you. Alrighty.
On first down, Darnold. Smith catches left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Darnold. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Darnold from the red zone now. They shakes him off. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Silver.
On 2nd down now. It's Smith, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Here we go, son. 53, check 53. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get there. 52's the ball. Get the ball.
Jackson from the shotgun. Completes it to Lee. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Freeman, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check 99. Check 99. Under 10. 10.
They will toss to Brown. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And Davis has it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ito Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Boyd as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
So don't say nothing.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53, Mike 53. Watch the slant.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
53, check 53. Here we go. Jim. Hey, lady.
Second half begins with a run by Smith. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Brandon Graham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Hey, watch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
52 is the mic right here on there.
Here's Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
52, Mike 52. All day, dog.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's Jackson to throw. This one caught by Lee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Handing it off to Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
We're going to sign 51. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go.
No, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Smith trying to run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Freeman. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch that end, tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down.
Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
First down, Baltimore.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Lady. Watch twist. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play action. It's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson avoids the target, and he has it over the middle. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Freeman again, a first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready. Exit data.
Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
A gain of 26 yards. First down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Seahawks, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall